Welcome. You're here because you're tired of letting self-doubt set the limits of your life. You're ready to confront the inner voice that paralyzes you, the one that says, "Why bother trying?" or "I can't do it." This guide, based on the Self-Confidence Workbook, is your first step toward real, sustainable change. It will introduce you to a profound truth. Self-confidence is a choice to act, not a feeling you wait for. Part 1. Defining true confidence. For most of us, confidence feels like a magical, elusive quality, a feeling of calm, ease, and assurance. The problem with defining it purely as a feeling is the resulting catch-22. If you don't feel confident, you don't try, and therefore you never build the experience needed to become confident. We need to shift our definition. The ancient Latin roots of the word confidence mean with trust. That suggests taking action even when you're not completely certain, taking a leap of faith. The working definition we use here is: self-confidence is the willingness to take steps toward valued goals, even if you are anxious and the outcome is unknown. It is a powerful blend of courage, competence, and self-compassion. This definition emphasizes 3 critical points. Actions come before feelings. You don't wait for the nervousness to subside. You act with the nervousness. Actions are guided by values. We are not seeking confidence for its own sake, but to pursue things that truly matter to us. Creativity, connection, growth, or justice. Process is more important than outcome. Success is defined not by flawless execution, but by your willingness to show up and try. Think about a major goal you've avoided. Maybe it's asking for a raise or speaking up at a team meeting. What is the value underneath that goal? Is it fairness? Is it leadership? Focusing on that value gives your action purpose, transforming it from a scary risk into a meaningful step. Part 2. Dispelling myths and understanding origins. To build confidence, we must first clear away the misconceptions that hold us back. Myth-busting confidence. Myth 1. Confidence means being an extrovert or a dominant personality. We must embrace quiet confidence. Society often favors boldness, but as the author of Quiet, Susan Cain, noted, there's zero correlation between being the best talker and having the best ideas. If you're an introvert, you don't need to change your core personality. You simply need to find the courage to express your ideas in your own authentic way. Confidence is inner resolve, not outward bravado. Myth 2. Confidence means you'll never fail or face rejection. This is perhaps the most paralyzing myth. Confidence isn't armor against mistakes. It's the resilience that allows you to absorb criticism and rejection without being broken. A confident person accepts helpful feedback and learns from it rather than getting defensive. When your self-worth is stable, external judgment loses its power. The source of self-doubt. Why do so many of us struggle? The reasons are complex, often rooted in our past, but understanding them shows us they are not our fault. Biological factors. Our genetic makeup can affect the levels of confidence-boosting neurotransmitters like serotonin. Traits linked to confidence can be significantly inherited. If you are naturally prone to behavioral inhibition, a tendency to be hesitant and watchful in new situations, it's not a defect, it's your temperament. You learn to work with this caution, not fight it. Life experiences. Our self-image is profoundly shaped by our environment. Constant belittling, comparison to siblings, or messages that you will never amount to anything can leave indelible scars. Traumatic events, bullying, or workplace harassment can also shatter feelings of self-worth. The good news: While we can't change our genes or our past, we can absolutely alter the thoughts and expectations those experiences created. The foundation, authenticity, and values. Confidence comes from being grounded in your sense of self, remembering who you are and what you value. Psychological research, like that done by David Creswell and David Sherman, confirms this. They found that simply reflecting on a core value, like honesty, family, or creativity, and writing about a time you embodied it, significantly lowered stress hormones before high-stakes tasks. The value didn't even have to be related to the task. What mattered was connecting with a deep, authentic truth about oneself. This connection acts as a buffer. It shifts your focus from the external fear, "Will I look foolish?" to the internal meaning, "I am doing this because I value growth." Part 3. The Workbook Strategies in Action. The workbook's practical strategies are based on the tools of modern therapy, helping you move from passive avoidance to active pursuit of your goals. Strategy 1. Practice acceptance, ACT. The first step in overcoming self-doubt is not to fight it, but to accept it. This is a core tenet of acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT. When you feel anxious, your typical response is probably to struggle, try to suppress the feeling, or flee the situation. This only increases the feeling's power. Instead, practice mindful acceptance. Acknowledge the feeling without judgment. "Hello, anxiety. I see you. My hands are shaking and my mind is racing. That's okay." By not struggling against it, you prevent the emotion from escalating. Self-confidence doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means fear is simply a passenger in the car, and you are still driving toward your valued destination. Strategy 2. Work with your thoughts and beliefs, CBT. This is where cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, comes in. Our negative thoughts often rely on deeply ingrained, irrational core beliefs, our inner critic's script. Thought trap example: you give a presentation and forget one point. Inner critic: I'm an idiot. I always fail when it matters. Everyone noticed. The problem: this is often an example of all or nothing thinking. One flaw means total failure. And mind reading, assuming what others thought. You must learn to diffuse these thoughts and then challenge the underlying belief. Diffusion: separate yourself from the thought. Instead of "I am a failure," say "I am having the thought that I am a failure." This creates distance and perspective. Challenge reframe. Ask for evidence. Did I really fail completely? No, I covered 95% of the material. What's the more realistic thought? I am human. I made a small mistake, and I'll prepare better next time. By repeatedly testing and modifying your negative beliefs, you erode the power of the inner critic. Strategy 3. Face your fears. Confidence is built through action and experience. This involves systematic exposure to what you fear, but done with self-compassion. You start by creating a fear hierarchy, a list of things related to your goal, ranked from easiest, level 1, to most terrifying, level 10. Goal, example, becoming comfortable giving public feedback. Level 1, easy. Send a simple, positive affirmation email to a colleague. Level 4, moderate. State one clear opinion during a one-on-one meeting. Level 7, challenging. Offer a 2-sentence piece of feedback during a small team meeting. Level 10, target. Deliver a 5-minute critique in front of the entire department. You only move up the hierarchy once you feel comfortable at the current level. This is where self-compassion is vital. If an exposure doesn't go well, you congratulate yourself for trying, assess what you learned, and try again. You don't punish yourself. Part 4. Moving forward and embracing the curve. Remember the difference between being confident and overconfident. Overconfidence is often arrogance, believing you're too perfect to prepare or make mistakes. Confidence, by contrast, involves preparation, realistic assessment, and a commitment to listening and learning. Your journey to confidence is not about achieving perfection. It's about achieving consistency in action. To move forward effectively, prioritize the process. Show up. Take the small values-driven step. That is your success. Practice self-compassion. Speak to yourself as you would a struggling friend. When you mess up, be kind. Kindness fuels courage. Measure growth, not outcomes. Track the actions you took, not just the results. Did you apply for that job? Did you start that workout? Those actions prove your growing confidence. Self-confidence is a continuous journey. You will doubt yourself again. You will make mistakes. But now you have the tools, rooted in science and validated by experience, to handle those feelings and choose to act anyway. The world needs your unique gifts. Your voice matters. Commit now to identifying one core value and taking one small, courageous action this week in pursuit of it. Start today.